Welcome to today's Core and More class. Today's the last workout of our 3-week session, our 6 workouts. We're going to finish strong today. Our first 5 exercises are going to be up off the mat, working the glutes. And then the last 4 will be ab exercises. And then we will finish up with push-ups at the very end. So without further ado, let's get going with our warm-up. As every week, let's begin with our windmills. Legs are wide, arms are out in a T, opposite hand to opposite toe. Feel it through your hamstrings. Keep your core engaged and tight as you twist down. Squeeze those glutes when you come on up to the top. One more on each side. Last one. Very good. Bring those feet together. Hip openers. Open it to the back. Bring it forward. Open it front to the back and forward. Get that full range of motion through your hips. Get those glutes ready to go because they're going to be firing here in just a minute. You can do a nice, slow, controlled movement. Almost there. Last one. Very good. Bring it on down to your mat. Let's do some cat-cows first. Begin here in tabletop. When you're ready, inhale, arch, and look up. Exhale, look down and round the back. Continue with your own breath. Inhale as you arch and look up. Exhale as you round and look down. Great lower back stretch and great to get us mentally into this workout. One more. Good. Let's finish our warm up with our bird dogs. Extend out the right arm and left leg and bring back to center. Keep that core tight so that your core is not bending to either side, but it stays parallel with the ground the entire time. This works on your balance, stability, core, all good things. Couple more. One more. Very good. All right, we're going to get started here. So we're working our glutes first. We're going to begin with side lunges. We're going to begin with the left. So you're going to step to the left, bend that left knee, right leg is straight, bring it back to center. Only on the left. When you're ready, you can join me. You can take these side lunges here on the left, like how I'm going. If you want to advance it, you can just do a little tap. If you want to modify it, go a little bit slower, plant that foot firmly. If you want to advance it more, bring that knee up instead of tapping it down. But whichever way you're doing it, make for sure you're taking a nice wide stance and that your feet stay in line. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Step out to the right and bring it back together with a tap, with a firm plant, with a knee up. Your choice. Let's get ready for 40 more seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this is an easy one. Or I should say, this is something we're very careful of, to keep those feet in line. What I mean by that is I'm not stepping forward with my lunge. I'm not stepping way back, but I am stepping right in line. Both of my toes are pointed forward. Nice deep step. I'm still sitting back into that lunge. Got a couple more. These work on your glutes. Feels good. 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Good. Next up, we're going to just do regular squats. So your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart or just slightly above. Your weight is going to go into your heels. Sit back into that squat and bring it up. When you're ready, you can join me. You can do squat like so. If you want to advance it, you can give me 3 pulses here at the bottom and then come up. You have something heavy in your office, you could hang on to it, or you can stick with body weight. What I want you to focus on when you're doing these squats is you're sitting way back into it. Okay, we're not coming forward. Our knees are not going past our toes like what I'm doing, but you're going to sit back into it. Your knees stay on top of your feet. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Good. One more exercise while we're up. We're going to do sumo squats, working on those glutes still. Our legs are wider. Toes are pointed out at 45-degree angle. Same thing, we're still going to sit back into it. Weight is still at our heels. Ready, let's begin. Keep that weight on your heels, like I said. I try to keep my toes up off the ground a little bit. It helps me make for sure that I'm sitting back into it because it's hard to sit into it if your toes are on the floor. So I keep my toes up, sit back into it as if I'm trying to sit into a chair that's just a couple inches too far behind me. Some mental cues I keep in my head. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Good, we are done up off the mat, off. Now we're gonna go down onto our mat. Our first one we're gonna begin with is an accordion crunch. So your hands are gonna be, I put mine just behind my butt, feet are up in the air. We're going to extend out, bring the knees in towards the chest. When you're ready, you can join me. Extend out, knees in towards the chest. We can modify this by not leaning back quite as far and just having those feet go. We can advance this by having our arms up in the air and going out to that full extension. You go to the point where you're working your abs and it's a challenge, but you can still use proper form. Your back is going to be straight. We're not arched. We're not rounded. Gaze is slightly above the wall, almost on the ceiling, but not quite. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, next up is a Mason twist. Couple options here. Modified version. Your feet are on the floor, your hands are together. We go right to left, touching that floor on either side of our hips. Advanced, heels are up in the air. Further back you lean, more advanced you are. 40 seconds, let's begin. So heels are up or heels are on the ground. Your torso can be more upright or you can be leaning further back. It's working those obliques, going side to side. You're gonna try, I'm not doing a good job of it, you're gonna try to keep your knees not wiffle waffling back and forth, but keep them straight because that is showing that I'm using my abs and not compensating with my legs at all. So I'm gonna put my heels down, keep my knees firm. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Good. All right, we have 2 more ab exercises, 3 more ab exercises. The next one up, I'm going to call it a reclined bicycle. Okay, so you're going to be slightly reclined position, hands are behind you, and your feet are going to go as if you are bicycling. Join me for 40 seconds when you're ready. Let's begin. This one, the more further back you are, whew, the more advanced it is. As you sit up more, the more modified it is. 40 seconds, it's a short bike ride. You got it. Feel free to go reverse if your brain can do that. I don't know if mine can, but if you can switch it up. Woo. We're almost there, guys. About 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Good. For the last two, we're going to be laying down on our back. First one up is we're just going to hold our legs up. I'm going to put my hands underneath me for a little bit of support, and we're simply going to hold. When you're ready, you can join me. Modified, you're going to be further up. Advanced would be just like half an inch off the ground. Making sure that back, we're not arching here, okay? So if I have to go like this, if you can see, I can fit my whole hand underneath me, then that means I need to go up higher. I need to make sure my hands cannot get underneath me at all. So I would start up top where you have good form, and then lower it until you start to feel that back start to arch, and then stop right there. We got about 10 seconds left. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Good. One more, and then we'll finish with push-ups. We're going to do knee tucks. So we're going to be right where we were. Tuck those knees in, send them back out. Tuck those knees in, send them back out. 40 seconds. When you're ready, let's begin. Tuck those knees in, send them back out. Again, more modified is setting those legs up higher. More advanced is sending them out. Straight. Don't let that back arch. Keep it stuck on to your mat. This is our last one. If your abs are like mine, they are really starting to burn. You can feel it with every single move, which is good. That means you worked them today. That is what we want, but that might mean that you have to modify this exercise more than you normally would because your abs are already worn out. And that's a good thing. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Good. Last exercise of the day for those of you doing the push-up challenge. Let's get our push-ups in. 40 seconds. I'll be quiet so you can count how many you get in and add it to your total. Let's begin. 40 seconds. You have 20 seconds left. You're halfway through. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. While you're down here on the mat, we're gonna sit. Let's take it into a glute stretch. You're gonna put a heel over your knee. Scoot your butt in towards your heel as close as you can. You can bring that, whatever knee is planted on the ground, bring that closer in towards your torso until you can feel that stretch right here on this side. Take some deep breaths. Bring your heart rate back down. Tell your abs they did a great job today because they did. They did awesome. When you're ready, stretch it. Flip it over to the other side. Let's stretch this one. Take some deep breaths. Let your body settle into that stretch. Very good. All right, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna go into child's pose. So you can start here in tabletop position and then stretch it back. Put those hips over your heels. Arms are extended out. You can go ahead and put your forehead down on your ground. Push out those arms so you can feel that stretch through the lower back. Sit back your hips into your heels. With every breath, take that stretch a little bit deeper. Great. Great work today, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for doing these core and more classes.